From dark jungles and deep swamps, dense forests, and hidden laboratories around the world. Primal rage, high-tech circuitry, servos, blood, flesh and sinew, creatures and beings, automatons, mysteries never before dreamed, and nightmares never before viewed. Come now and join us for Creepies and Beep Beeps. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. And on this premiere episode of Creepies and Beep Beeps, you gotta love that name. I'm going to go over a monstrous cyborg gorilla. Now, how I discovered this creature was I was watching Largo's Lair AT-76 video, and he went over a giant gorilla. More on him later, but he said it was from the Primal Clash line by Leonard. I went looking, I found the big guy, but I also found this much cheaper one. He's pretty interesting. Now granted, his articulation is very limited, but I do like the way he looks overall. I mean, he's got a cybernetic arm that looks like something out of a steampunk. The chest piece is just really strange and wicked. It's just really cool. I really just liked it from the get-go. He's got a mean scowl on his face, and yeah, the detailing on this is really good. I really like it. I mean, at the very least, even with as limited as he is, he can look cool. You get limited posing out of him, but he looks cool, and I really think Leonard, one thing they do, I mean, they may do things cheap, but they at least look good. Now, his big old feet, the hand feet, do give him a lot of stability. So you have that going for you. Now, I'm not going to say he never falls over, but he's a lot lighter weight than you might expect. So there is that. Now, he does scale well with 6-inch lines. He can look like an oversized gorilla, or he can be a gargantuan gorilla with 1/18 lines. I think he would work well with 12-inch lines as well. He'd be a little smaller, but not much, and I mean, just the look of him would be kind of intimidating. And all the cybernetic parts are, well, got very interesting paint. They got good wear on them. I mean, it looks like they're worn down and beat up. I mean, he's been through some punishment. But, at the same time, they look very functional. The chest piece, I mean, it looks like it's probably powering his heart, maybe. I don't know, but I wonder if they got that from the King Kong Libs movie when they gave Kong an artificial heart, which I thought was the weirdest thing. Why do you want to give Kong an artificial heart? But that's beside the point, I guess. Again, he's got that mean scowl, so it just looks so cool. I think the face just looks so angry and cool, and I just really like it. I just think it really looks awesome. Now, as I said earlier, the articulation is limited. The the arms are kind of swivels. In the elbows, they don't do much. The shoulders only go up and down. Uh, Again, you can't get a whole lot of range out of him, but you can get him in poses that look kind of cool. There's basically just hips and the legs. That's all you get. And with that, you can't do much. You can get him to crouch a little bit, but he has to be looking down at something. So that's not going to work for 1/18 scale, I think. The head really just kind of goes side to side. This figure's biggest limitation is the articulation. That doesn't mean I hate it. I mean, I do like it, but you know, I'm pointing out its limitations. But you gotta consider this is less than a Marvel Legend. It's much bigger than a Marvel Legend, so yeah, that does help. He has no accessories, which he doesn't need any. He's just got a big hand, and yeah, he doesn't really need any accessories. What would he use? A tree? I don't know. Now, scale-wise, as I said, he works well with 6-inch figures. He can be a gargantuan gorilla with 1/18 scale. I think he would work really best with 1/18 scale. Although, again, he could be an oversized gorilla with 1/6 scale figures too, or 1/12 scale figures too. He doesn't. I mean, he's going to be a little short for the 12-inch lines, but I could still see him working in the 12-inch lines. You know, being a sort of shorter gorilla with cybernetic parts. I mean, again, he's just interesting enough that he might blend in there just fine. He might not too. It depends on what your tastes are. Overall, I mean, he's a good, creepy, odd creature. And that is the whole thing about Creepies and Beep Beeps, is we go over creatures and robots that, you know, that do fit in with maybe your action figures, but they're not something you normally would think about. There will be some in this series that are more traditional, some that are not. I want to kind of keep it broad to include all kinds of different creatures as well as traditional action figures. But I really liked this right off the bat. It just looked cool and menacing, and I just thought, you know, this is a good one to start off with because he's both creepy and beep beep at the same time. He's robot and he's a giant monster. Works for me. I think he really rocks. And, you know, I got him for 20 bucks. I mean, and you can probably catch him on sale for less. The Primal Clash line is phasing out, so if you want them, you may want to go and grab them soon. Not telling you what to buy, just telling you the reality is a lot of the Primal Clash line is gone. This is one of the few I found, and there was a couple of more I found on eBay. They're going reasonable though, so it might work. You never know. Anyway, that'll wrap up this first episode of Creepies and Beep Beeps. Thank you for watching. Stay creepy. Okay, that sounded bad. Sorry. Again, working on those tags.